Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Wrestling Bubble, the TWB. This is going to be your Money in Bank predictions tonight. We're going to be talking about all the matches that we think who's going to win, lose, and maybe possibly surprise us. We're going to start off with Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. Mother sucker, if y'all don't take that belt off of Jey Uso, I know something. Yeet.
The match we never asked for,
Nope.
but we're going to get.
Because we were supposed to get Gunther and Jey Uso, but we ain't going to talk about that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. And we were supposed to get Cody Rhodes asking for his rematch versus John Cena after WrestleMania 41 dumpster fire, but I guess Cody would rather just get a tag.
He's gonna get his rematch down the road. This is supposed to be like a long storyline.
Man, please.
Honestly,
look, give me my belt back.
This is starting
and
to look
kick
sloppy.
rocks.
Because the whole rumor is people want to see CM Punk versus John Cena.
Yeah.
We'll see if that happens. But Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, two guys who only had like 5 moves versus John Cena and Logan Paul, who's actually really great in the ring. I will have to say John Cena and Logan Paul.
I think you're going to get a lot of Logan Paul in this match.
Oh, gosh, yes.
From selling to making you forget that Cena's not doing very much in the match.
Well, you know Cena can't wrestle. Father Time has catch up with Cena.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Father Time catches up with everyone. I guess he's not a super Cena after all.
Shame. But who do you got for this tag team match?
I'm going to have to go John Cena, Logan Paul. I mean, Cody can't just come back, boom, automatic win, and be like, okay, here we go again.
Right. I mean, let's be honest. People has videos of the top 13 reasons why Cody sucks.
Yeah.
Boring. Let's be honest. Cody was a terrible champ. He finally finished the story. Thanks a lot, crybaby Codys. Cody crybabies. Y'all the reason why he was a champ, and then the ratings never been the same ever since. Am I wrong? Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Well, part of it was because we got that excellent build for WrestleMania 40. Wait a minute. When The Rock showed up. Okay?
Exactly.
Because when The Rock showed up and we got Roman Reigns on TV too, with that whole storyline, right? With the bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were doing numbers. It was must-see TV every week.
They were sold out for like 13 states.
Must-see TV every week.
13 states.
Oh, you don't, Rock say, oh, okay, y'all don't need me. Okay, well, good luck with all those rematches every week. And all the mid-card to lower card, whatever, undercard jobbers that we get. Zelina Vega.
Why is she not Money in the Bank? Can we please get that belt off of her,
DIY.
please? Can we please get that belt off of Zelina Vega, please?
I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later.
Oh, my gosh. Hurry up.
I think Julia is definitely going to go ahead and take that off of her whenever that happens. Probably within the next 2 weeks.
But another match we want to talk about is the men Money in the Bank. Actually, this is kind of an interesting card they have on here. They have Solo. They have L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Penta, Andrade, and El Grande Americano. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, it's either going to be, all right, this is who it should be, LA Knight or El Grande, okay? Because LA Knight, I mean, what else does he have to do to get his big opportunity? Now,
honestly, I'm going to tell you, I hope it's El Grande Americano. Hear me out. You can pretty much cash in. It doesn't have to be the main belt, correct? They can cash in on any belt. So let's say he wins it. Then, the whole Finn versus Dominic happens. Let's say Finn takes the belt off of Dominic. El Grande cash in, takes it off of Finn. And that Finn will have the shortest Intercontinental Championship title reign.
You know what I think he would actually do? I think this would, well, look. If they were all about taking risks, this is for that character, right? El Grande Americano. This is the only way he can beat luchadors, right?
Exactly.
He challenges for the AAA World Championship, and he wins it. Do you know how much attention he would get over on AAA and everything? Man, this first of all, he gets super heat in AAA.
Of course,
with
because
that audience,
they don't consider him as a lucha.
Right.
He's a fake lucha.
Look, it's like if you really want to do something, you have El Grande win. But if you want to go the safe route and then also try and finally put this dude up against main eventers like he should, LA Knight. With that being said, they're probably going to give it to somebody we don't care about. Let them carry it around forever, lose a bunch of matches, do the same old.
Because we know it's definitely ain't going to be Solo.
Nope.
Seth ain't winning because I have a feeling CM Punk's going to interfere.
Of course. Penta ain't winning. He's in it for the craziness. Just don't kill nobody, buddy.
I believe rumor has it, which we'll talk more on Sunday, open mic night, that Penta might have a different belt for like the luchas and something. Luchas and whatever. We'll see what happens because they love bringing out new belts for no reason. Another ladder match we have is the women Money in the Bank ladder. We have Alexa Bliss, I don't know why, Rhea Bloody Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Julia No Reaction, Naomi Caution, and then Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, that last name you said, I think she's in it to, first of all, interact with like more of the top women. Yeah. Okay. But maybe everybody's thinking, oh, Stephanie's in it. She's winning for sure, right?
I'm going Naomi.
I got Naomi. This is what it should be, okay? Naomi has been putting in that work.
She's the heel that we need to win the Money in the Bank. She will make the Money in the Bank briefcase look more interesting than Tiffany Stratton did because, God forsaken, I was so tired of them doing this teaser when she's going to cash it. The time she cashed it, ain't nobody care.
Look, I need a black briefcase with caution tape all around it. Yeah, we need to make that happen. Maybe the handle even be like a chain or something.
Whatever she want to do, because Naomi, I am feeling it.
Put some spikes on it too.
With caution.
Yep.
Let's go. Alexa Bliss, girl, bye. We done surpassed your division. You are like 5 foot of nothing. You are no longer 5 foot of fury. We got better, stronger, believable champions. Thanks for coming. Moving on from you. Julia, we already know you're going for the United States belt, so we ain't even worried about you anymore. The match I actually forgot was happening because this feud has been so boring.
It's been a stanker. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
It was nice for maybe a week or two.
I'm just so.
And then they just repeated everything weekly.
That was it.
Oh
like Lyra, girl, look, girl, hear me out here. Babyface is not working for you, boo-boo. It's time for you to go heel. Like, you have feathers. Use that character. Like, these are your victims that you have snatched their soul, whatever. Soul, that's her thing, but you done snatched away something. And you done put, it's like when people kill someone, they put a tattoo or something.
Right.
Do something like that. Becky, we ain't need you coming back. I'm sorry.
With that whole feather gimmick for Lyra, they could lean into that, drop feathers like they dropped the red cups for the Street Profits.
They could do something because
like when she comes out, like they drop a bunch of feathers and they still had the smoke or the fog or whatever like she does. I don't know. They could do something with that.
But I believe Lyra's going to get a screw job. Most likely she is losing a belt. Becky is going to be taking the women's intercontinental champion from her because I feel like someone's going to come back and interfere.
Yeah, probably. It'll probably be somebody
young.
Like who you think?
Well, I know we will talk more on Sunday, but so far, Kiana James might be coming back.
Who?
Don't do that.
Who?
Kiana James is good.
Yeah, but I mean, that was NXT, which I mean, how far did she really go in NXT when she was there? And then she showed up on Raw, right?
Yeah.
And
she
wrestled one match
because she got injured.
Right, but I mean, nobody knew her going into that.
That's why I feel like if she compare herself with Becky, because granted, Becky's like right now one of the big stars, quote unquote. If she compare herself with Becky, that will help her get more TV time, get more exposure, stuff like that. Like, why not pair with Becky to
or not even pair with her? Why? Okay, Lyra wins the match. Kiana James attacks her. If that's who you're talking, like
No,
if that's who you would.
Bianca's gonna.
I'm saying
Becky's
just something where she don't have to be attached to Becky.
Well,
because who wants to see that keep going?
You're not gonna have to keep going because you can have her attached to Becky because her whole gimmick is like business. So her and Becky will just be a business deal. We'll see what happens. They'll come up with something. I'm just trying.
I mean, come on, Kiana James. When there's like, you got Stephanie Vacker. No. What I'm saying, I'm not saying that she's, like I said, I'd rather her go for a world title. What I'm saying is you have more women since Kiana James was around, and even when she was, I mean, what was she doing?
Because they didn't know what to do with her.
Exactly. So what makes you think? Look, they don't know what to do with 90% of the roster right now.
Because look at Lyra.
What makes you think they got some big plan for Kiana James?
Lyra, to sum it up, their whole feud. Lyra looked up to Becky. Becky turned on Lyra because Lyra is a failure. And remember, Becky's her mentor.
Okay.
Becky can get to mentor somebody else because there's also Bayley might be coming back. Which I wish Bayley was coming back as a heel, but we'll see what happens. So if Bayley comes back, she'll be teaming with Lyra, and some.
I'd rather the swerve of Lyra beats Becky, Bayley attacks Lyra after. Why did you attack her? Because she replaced me, just like that, and blah blah blah. And look at, you know what I mean? Like I don't think Becky has to continue with this rivalry because first of all, it's boring, and clearly they have nothing else for this rivalry because we keep getting the same thing every week. So I think it's pretty much done after this match, and it needs to be, and we need to move on. Okay.
So you got Lyra,
of course.
I got Becky.
What is Becky gonna do with an Intercontinental Championship? Come on, man.
I mean, if Lyra wins, that would be great. That would close the chapter with Becky and Lyra.
Exactly.
Thank God.
And then
yes, I would like Bayley to come back and go where she was about, the angle she was going to go and attack Lyra to get that belt. And yes, she has every right to attack Lyra because she replaced her with Becky in a flash. She could have just been like, you know what, we're not going to wrestle. I'm going to wait till Bayley comes back. No, she decided she's still going to wrestle. She's going to find herself a partner. Oh, I found me a better partner. We won the belts. Keep it moving. That's dirty.
Or C. We realized we spent way too much time talking about this nothing feud and this boring matchup. Let's move on.
But as you see, I have a feeling that's pretty much all their match card right now for Money in the Bank. For the women's ladder match,
Naomi.
It's going to be Naomi. Because Julia is focusing on the United States belt. Roxanne, she's a little occupied with the Judgment Day. And Rhea Ripley, we don't want to make it too obvious. It's like she's just in there to get some tickets sale. And
Rhea don't need a title right now.
No.
So she's just in it to further make you go, okay, Rhea could definitely win it, blah, blah. Like, she's just in there for that. Mm-hmm. Alexa Bliss, same thing. Plus, she's a veteran, so like, you know what I mean. She could guide people in the match. Naomi's obviously a veteran, but not on the level of like Alexa Bliss when it comes to in-ring wrestling. Okay, but like Naomi's in there for the high spots.
So is Stephanie.
Yeah, Julia, I would say as well. Like, I think you're gonna see some creative stuff coming from Julia in this match because this is probably going to be a longer match since there's only 4 matches on the card. They're probably going to actually give it time to breathe a little.
They might add another one because SmackDown is on Friday, which is tomorrow. So because they did that before. Saturday Night Main Event, they just added a last-minute match.
I mean, what match would we get?
Lord.
Damian Priest versus Jacob Fatu.
Yawn. Yes.
But, I mean, considering that they just had Damian go out there and talk and all that, look, you know what I mean?
Damian...
I ain't saying I want to see it because I don't, but I'm just saying like they'll throw something together that it's just gonna be like, all right. I mean, you're gonna have to attach a hardcore or stipulation. I don't know, like it still wouldn't be interesting. But
just like the men's, like,
all right, if they were to add a women's match, who do you think they would add?
They need to take the belt off of Zelina Vega.
So. Well, then, I mean, Julia's already tied up.
Oh, dang. They can't.
See what I mean?
So,
and who else would it be besides Julia now?
Well, it's definitely not going to be Chelsea.
Exactly.
She's injured thanks to Z-Botch, by the way.
It wouldn't be Piper. I mean, because they're never really gonna do anything with her.
They ain't gonna do nothing with Piper. They ain't gonna do nothing with Alba Fire. It's like we're seeing the same women going after that United States belt.
It ain't gonna be Meechin, B-Fab.
No, they're a tag team.
Right, but what I'm saying is they're called Rush Hour.
I believe the tag team is called Rush
Lord.
Hour.
All right. Anyways. Okay. So who do you think it would be?
I don't even know if they're gonna add another women's match. To be honest,
they don't use that many women, so it's hard to even think of another one.
Because all the good ones is in NXT.
I mean, it ain't gonna be Bianca, like
no, because Bianca's still out with her finger.
But I'm just saying. Plus, she ain't gonna go for no Intercontinental or U.S. title.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
They already downgraded.
It would be somebody.
Look,
if they, it ain't gonna be nobody from NXT. Lash Legend, for example. Oh, that would be nice.
I mean, yeah,
that would be nice. Zelina Vega issues an open challenge, right? Like I want to defend my title.
They might do an open challenge,
and then she go out there and get beat.
Who's the men's? No, Jacob Fatu is obviously not in. He's too busy with Solo Sikoa. Man, this Money in the Bank sucks.
Well, I mean, look, it looks like it would just be 4 matches. I really don't see no other match being thrown in there at the last minute. They'll do it, but I just don't see what any matchup that would make any sense. Unless it's literally it's just for like a surprise.
You know what will be the swerve? If Roxanne Perez won the Money in the Bank and then she cashed in against Lyra.
Yeah.
Because right now, putting Roxanne in Judgment Day, they finally used her right. Because it's like, why put her in Judgment Day?
They could do something like that.
Yeah, because the whole point Finn putting her in Judgment Day is to help them out. Well, really help him out. And it looks like it did screw Liv and then distract Dominant.
You know what would be cool, though? This won't happen. Obviously, she wants world titles. But if Naomi wins and then right after the Becky Lynch match,
I know
she just goes and screw Lyra because, like, obviously the way they book everybody, they're in like total opposite universes and whatnot, right? But that would be nice just for something just out of nowhere like that, because like they never interact, they never cross paths. That would be, it'd be something different. It'd be nice. It'd be a shocker, right? But yeah, it'd be. You know what else would be nice? Let's say EO Sky. I don't care if they're on another brand or whatever, right? The Money in the Bank can go anywhere. So you got like EO Sky walking around in the back, or ends up ringside to get a close look at the people competing and whatnot, right? Naomi wins. EO congratulates her. Naomi cashes in right there. Or we're not going to get nothing shocking. I don't think so. But I would like to see something like a quick cash in or something. I don't want to see an Austin Theory hold the briefcase forever just to challenge for the United States title. What?
Challenge.
What? This man went from Elimination Chamber with Brock Lesnar and winning Money in the Bank, the selfie gimmick, which I really like that one.
Yeah.
But to basically doing nothing. Beating John Cena at WrestleMania.
John Cena gave that to him too.
I mean, anyways.
And
that's why I can't see them doing anything special at this pay-per-view.
No, and speaking of nothing special, with the whole tag team, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul, look, bro. Can we just give the belt to Logan Paul by now? Because we already know Jey Uso is supposed to lose the belt. And it ain't going to be Gunther either. So Gunther could go ahead, get back with Ludwig Kaiser, rethink y'all strategy, and come back to us in a month. Because we all know it better be Logan Paul. It's time to take a risk, bro. We done gave you Uso.
Dang, why couldn't somebody like Kaiser be in this match too? We got Andrade.
Well, Kaiser might be next to get cut.
Yeah, For what though?
I mean, Kaiser's actually good though.
That's what I'm saying. Dude can talk. He can wrestle.
Him.
Obviously, has a great character.
They separate him from Gunther. I was like, "Yep, this is not."
That was so dumb. The whole presentation was Gunther with like Imperium. That was the whole presentation,
and it's not like they have to be
served on a silver platter.
It doesn't have to be separate to like go for title. They both could have went for title and both be champions.
That's what I'm saying. Like when Gunther started pushing Kaiser, when he stopped being like real friendly and really trying to motivate him. Okay, that was a perfect opportunity. They were letting him talk more, Kaiser.
Right.
And he was just putting on a masterclass of how to deliver a promo.
Well, he probably got
and sound believable, okay?
For answering, it's like ever since he answered Charlotte's Flair, stupid thing that she did live off script. By the way, It's like he's getting punished.
I don't know, but this is crazy. You got somebody who can really get some heat, and he's just sitting there doing nothing. And I ain't even talking about Karrion Kross, okay? But man, look, I hope, because I've been hearing lately, right, that Triple H maybe they may be looking at Triple H like, bro, you got like 18 months to get it together. And Jonathan Coachman, right? I think he's the one that brought it up. And listen, I couldn't be more excited. As long as they don't bring in somebody who doesn't know anything about wrestling.
I feel like when it comes to creative, that the wrestlers should have some type of say-so and stuff like that to try to make it look like. I
think they should have some input. Yeah, but I don't but if we need to switch your heel,
right?
Because we can see that that's where you specialize in, then by God, you're gonna be a heel,
right?
Okay, well, obviously, look, you're the boss, right? I just work here. Now, when it comes to the direction of how we get there and to protect your character, because I mean it's your character, right? Yes, they own whatever, but like you should have a little say. Like, no, I'm not gonna, like, you know how they used to have those segments where somebody would kiss Vince's ass, stuff like that. I ain't doing it, right? Like, you need to have some say in that type of stuff. But anything else that's not all like R-rated and all that kind of stuff, questionable. Will this like destroy my career if I do this? No, you need to have some input, some say in that. And what you say should go in that type of situation, so we avoid scandals and whatnot. But when it comes to them switching you heel and you're going to win the title and blah, 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 like, yeah, I mean, somebody who knows how to write and knows how to be entertaining, oh, you damn right. Like, they need to bring in somebody like that. Listen, what they say goes. Yes, you have input like I was mentioning before, but listen, we need to get away from this safe shit that they've been doing forever, okay? And we need to take more risk, because that's how the Attitude Era took off and brought more viewers in, okay? People saying, oh, but they got like the best roster they've ever had right now. No, they don't.
They ain't using them.
They got a bunch of mid-carders. That's what they got. If they have the best roster, then how come the viewership isn't even better than it was when it was on USA Network? I'm talking about Monday Night Raw, okay? That's the flagship show, and it's on Netflix, which is global, okay? And they're still getting like 1 million something. This is globally. Even if they're getting 2 million, okay. They got like 500,000 more than what they were getting on USA Network.
What people been pointing out, I believe you have too, majority of their storyline is almost like a remake of AEW's too.
Yeah.
Like John Cena.
Seth Rollins is basically the Death Riders.
And John Cena. John Cena, whole thing, he wants to ruin wrestling. So, I mean, his whole ruining wrestling, trying to make Logan Paul be the champion. So, because Logan Paul is a YouTuber and everything. Who wants to see a YouTuber as a champion when he barely been wrestling? Some of these people have been putting in work since they was like 12 or 13 years old. And then you have Rose and Uso trying to be the saviors for professional wrestling. So I know everyone's number one question is, will John Cena continue his reign of terror alongside with the Maverick? I will say I hope so, because I would like to see Logan Paul get a shot as a champion versus Jey Uso. He had his time. We gave him a champion for 90 days. Now it's time to switch gears up. And like you said before, it takes some more risks so we can start seeing some fresh faces, and we'll see how the crowd reacts to it. Like, look what they did with Dominic Mysterio. It's great that Dominic is the Intercontinental Champion, but please, let's put him in a better storyline before you push this whole storyline with him and Finn Balor, because everyone knows that's pretty much the end game, which I hope I see a swerve. Like, I hope Dominic is like 10 steps ahead of that before Finn is. But yeah, a lot of these are repeats, in my opinion. Especially John Cena trying to ruin wrestling. So is Jon Moxley. He's trying to redo AEW. Then you have Seth Rollins, like you said, pretty much a Death Rise 2.0, trying to build the future. But I don't know how when he's in Money in the Bank and not Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed, by the way. I mean,
Sami Zayn's pep talk to CM Punk, Ospreay to Hangman.
Lord, it's like they listen to AEW, wrote down, okay, I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna twist it.
It's like they see the storyline and they know where it's going, so they're just doing it faster.
Sami Zayn's speech didn't make no sense. This is Money in the Bank. This is not for the title shot. Why are you telling him it needs to be you to win the briefcase versus 5 other men? Mother sucker, this is not for the title shot. This is for him to win the Money in the Bank and possibly get a actually,
well, I mean, he can cash in once he gets it. It's just it's not guaranteed, obviously.
Right.
But like, why does old ass CM Punk need to win? Like, why aren't you pep talking somebody younger that's already in there? And it's like, yo, you need to grab the opportunity by the horns, blah blah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if Braun Breaker wasn't with Seth, like, why wouldn't he give that pep talk to somebody like that?
Right.
Like an up-and-comer, right? Because you are the future, and you need to take that blah, blah. You get what I'm saying?
Honestly,
like, why you trying to big up old-ass CM Punk?
That's something Seth should have been doing. He should have been hyping Braun Breaker.
Exactly.
To win the Money in the Bank so he can get the briefcase. Because your whole thing is you want to build the future. No offense, Seth, but, like, your time is up.
Why wouldn't Seth have Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker so that the odds of them winning it would increase? And then since they copy AEW with some storylines, right? But they just change a few things up, or they, like I said, they get to it faster than AEW. Mm-hmm. But you have Seth, you know how Christian was doing with Luchasaurus.
Right.
Right? And he was like, Luchasaurus won the TNT title, but Christian pretty much considered himself the TNT champion.
Just like he's doing to...
so you have...
What's the dude that's supposed to be playing as...
Nick Wayne. Yo, but you have Braun Breaker, or I would have... I don't know, Bronson Reed. Like, you have one of them win the briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it back to Seth Rollins for him to cash in. And then eventually, people get pissed the fact that Bronson or Braun Breaker, I would say Braun Breaker, because Bronson Reed is a heel through and through. There ain't no change in that. He needs to always be a heel. Okay, but Braun Breaker obviously could be a babyface. He could be a tweener. Okay, yeah. Don't listen to authority, etc. He would be the most believable tweener right now.
Well, I mean, that's where he was going until
exactly.
They put him with Seth
but
Rollins.
They're not creative enough to know how to use them, or they just don't want to push them like that.
I feel like this group is going to be hopeful for Braun Breaker more.
Yeah, this needs to basically turn Braun Breaker, like, I mean, he was already on his way, but whatever. Like, officially turn Braun Breaker tween. Like, he needs to be a tweener. Like, he can't be a white, what they call it? Like Cody Rhodes, a baby face like that. He don't need to be like that. He needs to be somebody who walks the line, right? He's our scumbag, basically.
Pretty much. But that pretty much concludes our Money in the Bank predictions.
Yeah. Give me something good, man. Like take some risks for this pay-per-view cuz that's the only way you're going to spice it up. Otherwise, this is going to feel like a Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, it's not even gonna feel like a Money in the Bank. This could have been done on like a special night, like Saturday Night Live. If you're not gonna spice it up or give us the oh my gosh, like when JCJ beat Stephanie Vacker and the whole world was shocked when Mariah May debuted and no one didn't know she was coming. Something like that. People need to see a OMG so we can get the live reaction that you're looking for.
You know what I just thought of? Which match they should have added? They should have had the damn Street Profits defend their title.
They
like what?
Never gonna be on a pay-per-view.
Like exactly. New Day. I mean, what the like? Are the tag team championships just not important? Like, when are they ever gonna be defended on a pay-per-view?
Don't want to go there, but you know what I've been saying about Triple H lately?
I mean, we just got Lyra Valkyria and fucking Becky Lynch back to back. Like what the
Lord.
like? Can we look? Street Profits just had that TLC ladder match.
And everybody's still talking about it.
And I guarantee you, the male and female ladder or Money in the Bank matches, they're not even going to be half as good as that ladder or that TLC match was.
No. Not even close.
Not even half as good. Guarantee you, because you're gonna see them going in these high spots, and it's gonna be so obviously choreographed.
You got Penta, you got Andrade. You have those guys gonna try doing a bunch of fly scaring. I hate when Andrade wrestles sometimes. His be scaring me. And then you have El Grande Americano. He's gonna try to catch up with them. So yeah,
he's gonna be German suplexing people into ladders.
Right now.
Steph's gonna curb stomp somebody into a ladder.
It's like the women's, you have Naomi who's very athletic, gonna do some crazy stuff. I'll even say Stephanie Vacker, she's gonna do some crazy stuff. Julia most definitely gonna do some crazy stuff. And then Rhea just gonna try to outpower, and Alexa Bliss gonna look like the oddball, and Roxanne, girl, do your thing. But
yeah, with that being said,
we ain't gonna talk too much about Money in the Bank.
I don't expect too much from this pay-per-view at all.
Did we want to do a watch along on Saturday? Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank?
Well, I don't think we need to do one for Worlds Collide.
But I mean, we might do a review though.
Since I ain't gonna know who the hell. Look, that'll feel like Collision did last night.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't know who most of them people were.
Man, Collision was a dry. Thekla debut was trash. I'm just being honest.
It wasn't good. First of all, you had to wait until like 11:45.
Why we had to wait for? She's the new signee, and they didn't even made her on AEW Dynamite. They put her on Collision. First red flag. So Thekla, I wish you the best of luck on AEW, and we'll just see how this goes. But again, this concludes our Money in the Bank predictions. Let us know in the comments who you think is gonna win the Money in the Bank. Also win the tag team, and are you Team Lyra or Team Becky? And if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment, and also turn on the notification bell. Once again, this is the Wrestling Bubble, TWB.